Hello everyone, today we are breaking down Season 2, Episode 2, The Devil You Woe of Wednesday. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. We leave off where the last episode ended, Wednesday having a vision of a graveyard and seeing Enid's tombstone. Wednesday awakes to her mother Morticia, taking care of her. Her mother asks Wednesday for honesty now. She knows what the black tears mean. They mean psychic exhaustion. That Wednesday is abusing her powers. Wednesday doesn't see it that way. She says she has harnessed her gift. Morticia says her gifts need to be respected. They are not going to bend to her will. Wednesday doesn't see it like that, and with everything that is happening now, from her stalker to the crows, she kinda needs her powers more than ever. The two's conversation ends in a stubborn standstill. Wednesday heads back towards her dorm room, but before that she wants to pay Galpin a visit. He clearly knows about the one-eyed crow, and Wednesday wants some info on that. We see the outside of his house. It has been vandalized. It seems that the local town did not appreciate his son being a monster and a killer. Tyler was the Hyde that killed a bunch of people last season. Wednesday enters the home and finds Galpin dead. He died the same way Bradbury died in episode 1 by crows pecking his eyes out. So clearly whatever the two were investigating was big, and the person behind this did not want the info getting out. The crows fly out of Galpin's body and leave. Galpin made a comment last episode to Wednesday saying that the birds are always watching. So that means they know Wednesday is looking into all of this, which puts her in danger and makes her vision of Enid's death all the more closer. So she touches the body hoping to get a vision, but it does not work. Her abilities aren't working because she abused them. Her mother was right. The cops come and find Wednesday at the scene of the crime and arrest her. They are at the police station now where Sheriff Santiago is questioning Wednesday. Why was she there and whatnot? Wednesday asks her the same thing, and Santiago tells her, for some reason, that they wanted to know what Bradbury was working on. And with Galpin being the last one he called, they want to know if he had any useful information. Santiago also points out that Galpin's phone disappeared as well, basically leaving no clues to what he and Bradbury were working on. Gomez, Wednesday's father, comes in. It turns out he is an attorney, and he tells Santiago if he wants to speak to his daughter, she will need to get a court order. The two get up and leave the station. It is the next morning and we find ourselves with Pugsley and Eugene at the Hummer's shed, is basically where they keep the bees. Pugsley never went back to the dorms last night. Pugsley shows Eugene what he was up to. We see the zombie he revived in the last episode. He has him chained up so he can't hurt anyone. We are back at Nevermore with Wednesday and Thing. Wednesday lets Thing know about the vision she had of Enid's death, but he is forbidden to tell her, believing Enid is too fragile to deal with her own impending doom. Wednesday enters her room to find Enid dead. Wednesday is kind of freaking out when she finds out it's just a prank. Apparently it is prank day at Nevermore, so that should be fun. Enid says she was just getting some revenge because of the fake eyeball she left on her pillow. Wednesday is confused and goes to look at it. Well, it's not fake, but it's real. It happens to be Galpin's, though she does not let Enid in on that. Wednesday's stalker then texts Enid's phone, stating they will not be ignored. Enid calls the phone number and gets Galpin's voicemail. Wednesday believes now that her stalker and Galpin's murder are related. They are the same person. We are now in the courtyard where Wednesday meets Principal Dort and Professor Orloff. Fun fact, the actor who plays Orloff, Christopher Lloyd, played Uncle Fester in one of the Addams Family movies forever ago. Wednesday asks the two if they know anybody who can control birds. If she finds this out, then she'll know who the killer is. If you have this ability, you are known as an avian. No current students are one. The last one that was enrolled at Nevermore was 10 years ago. So this doesn't really help Wednesday much, at least she now knows the name of the ability though. We're now with Bianca. She is visiting Morticia, since both work with the fundraising committee. Both agree to do it. Morticia also lives on campus now, so it's not like Bianca has a long way to travel either. During their talk, we find out that Morticia's mother is very rich, that she has one of the most successful outcast businesses in the country, which kind of explains why Dort wanted Morticia to be the chair for the fundraising gala, to get her mother to donate to the school. Morticia says her mother isn't exactly the most charitable of people, so basically she doesn't want to ask. We're now with Pugsley and Eugene checking in on the monster. Pugsley has named him Slurp. He brings him some food and the two head off. Once they leave, Slurp is able to break free from his chains. Now he's on the loose. We're now with Wednesday in her dorm room. She's going to go see Tyler to see if he has any useful info on his father. But she has to figure out how to get there first. It's not walking distance. She takes Enid's driver's ed papers and will just pose as her so she can get a car. Wednesday leaves and her mother enters her dorm. She goes to Thing and tells him to give her Goody's book. Goody's book is a spell book. It is how Wednesday gained control over her powers, as she believes. Goody is a great ancestor to Wednesday and was her psychic guide throughout the first season. But Goody has left her, which has been a bit of a struggle for Wednesday. Her mother believes the book is no good and is leading her down the path of the Black Tears, which is why she is taking it away. Wednesday poses as Enid and gets in the car, and she makes her way towards where Tyler is being held. Dr. Fairburn is the head psychiatrist at this facility, and she has worked with many outcasts before Tyler as well. She has even written a book about it, Unlocking the Outcast Mind. The book is even required reading at most medical schools. Wednesday is a bit skeptical of her, since Fairburn isn't an outcast herself. She equates it to a vegan writing a book about cannibalism. Safe to say Wednesday thinks Fairburn does what she does for the money, or perhaps a more devious reason. But she is here for Tyler, not all that. Fairburn is only letting Wednesday speak to Tyler because nothing else she has tried has worked. She hopes that seeing Wednesday could be the psychological shock he needs that initiates his rehabilitation. So basically she's hoping for a Hail Mary. They speak with one another. Clearly Tyler has some main character syndrome, thinking he is more important than he actually is. That Wednesday was always going to come visit him. That she has a fascination with him. And that she is in love with him and the monster within him. Wednesday gets to the real reason why she is here, to see if he has any useful information on why his father was murdered. Tyler is unwilling to help her though. So she turns around and leaves, but before she can go, he says he is going to kill Enid, trying to get under Wednesday's skin. It kind of works because she claps back hard, basically telling him he is a nobody and he will die a nobody. He obviously does not take well to that. We are now with Enid and Bruno. They are in her dorm room, and we see that somebody is watching the two from the window. Whatever this thing is, they knock out the two and they lock Thing in a box. We are now with Bianca and she's going to Principal Dort. Bianca lets him know how the meeting with Morticia went and how she is unwilling to call her mother for a donation. Dort is not very happy about this because this is literally the reason why he asked her to be the chair. He tells Bianca to use her siren abilities to get Morticia to ask her mother. Sirens can influence people into doing things. Bianca does not want to do this, and she tries using her abilities on Dort to never ask her to use her powers again. But it doesn't work, though he respects that she tried. He has a little trinket with him that is made up of Carithian coral, which protects him from the siren's song. He then makes it clear, get Morticia to call her mother, or you'll be gone from this school. We're back with Wednesday. She enters her dorm room where she finds Thing locked up. Enid's phone then starts to ring. Wednesday picks up and it is her stalker. They are going to play a little game. Wednesday has 30 minutes to figure it out or Enid dies. We now find ourselves with Enid and Bruno chained up. They're at the top of the clock tower. Enid says no one ever goes up there since it was damaged during an electrical storm. This is referring to Slurp as we know him. He died up here during that storm. Seems he was doing some Frankenstein stuff. Are we going to get a Munsters crossover? God, I wish. We see what is above them, a bunch of sharp blades ready to come down on them if Wednesday does not come and save them. Wednesday runs into Capri and she wants her to play the cello for the fundraising gala. Wednesday was kind of annoyed with her, especially because she was so critical of her playing last time. Capri says she was just trying to help, that if Wednesday wants to be great, she has to let the music control her, not the other way around. And that's been Wednesday's problem with her psychic abilities as well. She's trying to control them where she kind of just needs to let it happen. Anyways, after this talk with Capri, she figures out where Enid is being held. As she is walking down the dark tunnel, we see the Stalker. in a creepy mask. She appears and reappears in quick succession. The Stalker leaves the mask with Wednesday. It has a clue. The clock is ticking. Wednesday knows where Enid is now. While Enid and Bruno spend their time captured together, they talk and kind of connect. They both find out they are late bloomers. They both wolfed out later than most people do. The two share a kiss. It seems with their impending doom, they don't want to hide their feelings they share for one another. Wednesday arrives and the blades start slowly heading towards the couple. Wednesday must figure out the riddle to save them. She figures it out and saves them from a pointy doom. We then hear clapping. The Stalker is impressed and they reveal themselves. It turns out it is Agnes, a student who can go invisible. She was the one asking for an autograph in the first episode. Not gonna lie, a little disappointed by this, but what can you do? So Agnes was only behind the stealing of Wednesday's novel and this. She had nothing to do with Galpin's murder. All Agnes wants to do is become Wednesday's friend, which is why she did all this, hoping it would impress her. She did steal Galpin's phone, however, and then she gives it to Wednesday, saying they could maybe work the case together. Enid is seething for almost being murdered, and this girl's trying to take her place as BFF. So we still don't have a lead on who is controlling the crows and who the murderer is. We're back with Bianca visiting Morticia. She's using her siren song to convince her to call her mother to come to the gala for a donation. So we will be seeing another family member. We're back with Wednesday in her dorm room, and she finds out her mother took her spell book and she is not happy. We also see that the one-eyed crow was spying on her as well. So things haven't been working out for her. We now find ourselves with the driving instructor from earlier, and Slurp makes a meal out of him. What a shame. And that is the end of the episode. What did you think of it? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you want more Wednesday content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below. And as always, have an awesome day.